Hello everyone, my name is Stephanie Jarvis and I'm your mushroom mentor. Today we're going to pour some agar plates, really simple. So if you like my channel, please like and subscribe, ding the bell to get the whistles, and away we go. Alright everyone, so we're going to pour some agar plates today. Really simple. You can start with a basic potato dextrose agar pre-mix. 25 grams of this, 500 milliliters of water. I like to mix it up in these cleaned out juice jars because when you're pouring, this makes for a really nice handle to pour from. And the metal lids, you can easily tape them with autoclave tape. Hold on a second, let me get some. You can buy packs of autoclave tape, Amazon, not expensive. And you want to tighten the lid, not all the way, kind of loose, but not too loose. Just a little bit so it's catching the rims here. And then just tape it. And then we're going to put it in your pressure cooker and let it come up to top PSI, 15 PSI, and then we're going to let the rocker rock for about 25 minutes, 30 minutes, and then shut it off. When the pressure cooker is cool enough to pick up and move into here, we'll do that. It's on the stove right now cooking. And then I'll pull the cooked jar out and it'll be bubbling. And I have a laser temperature pointer, and when this gets down cool enough to touch, with a paper towel between my fingers and the glass and my gloves, then I will pour the plates. So there's many recipes you can do with agar. There's 100,000 million trillion recipes. Some people like to do potato dextrose with peptone. You can use, depending on the type of fungi that you're going to be cultivating, you can add cat food, dog food, freeze-dried shrimp, fish food, all these things, of course, powdered in like a coffee grinder. You can use potato dextrose agar. What else do I have in here? I have a bunch of stuff. Let's see. What do I have in my cocktail box here? So there's so many recipes you can go with. You can just do like a basic malt yeast agar. Here's a jar of peptone. I have just basic agar if you're gonna add a bunch of other stuff to make your own cocktail. Let's see, I have, oh, here's a bunch of yeast. This is really old, hard as a rock. So use those water crystals in here to keep the moisture out. But this is probably like 40 years old from an old university. Here we have, oh, this is just basic agar. Let's see, what else do I have in here? I have malt extract. So you can get different types of yeast strains, malt, and just order the agar. You can go to a brewery supply store and you can get all kinds of cool stuff like this and come up with your own cocktails. That's more agar. That's more agar. What else do I have? That's an empty jar of PDA. And you'll come up with your own acronyms that you can mark on your Petri dishes. PDA, or there's more peptone. Yeah, so that's pretty much, here's Sepec solution, which is what I use for truffles and when I want to grow truffles. And here's a whole thing of yeast. So there's all kinds of ways you can, make up your own cocktail depending on what type of fungi you are cloning, cultivating. If you're trying to do cell tissue, trachea tissue, gill tissue, spore slurry, bacteria, yeast, depending on what you're trying to grow, it's going to determine the type of food you want to give it. All right, so enough of that. You can buy your basic sleeves of Petri dishes. I buy them by the case. And when you want to get them out of the sleeve, you always want to, I'm going to untape it because I'm going to use these in a little bit anyways. Notice how the sleeve is upside down with the bottom of the dish facing up, because I'm going to end up flipping it right side up and slowly, carefully pulling the sleeve off of it so that these pop out of the sleeve right side up. And I usually do stacks of 5 because of the way my hands can open and close the lids very easily to be able to access as quickly and as simply as possible so that the Petri dishes are not open for too long while I am pouring the plates, because you don't want them to get contaminated while you're pouring them. All right, I'll be right back with hot solution. All right, so now we're getting ready to pour the agar. We have some Petri dishes here, and I have another sleeve below me ready to go that we're gonna pour. And I like to pour my agar thin, so you don't need to fill the dish all the way up. You really only need to go, like, as you pour slow so that the agar fills all the way to all the edges and then stop. You don't need to pour them any thicker. If you do pour them too thin and too runny because you added too much water, they can dry out and peel up. So you'll get to know the difference as you get practice with pouring agar. Depending on the species of fungi that you're cultivating, the ingredients in your agar will also determine how thick and how thick and viscous the actual liquid is, and then also the thickness and the versus thinness of how deep you're actually going to pour the agar into the dish. So these dishes are going to be used for a kids class on Thursday. So they're just actually going to wipe stuff in the classroom and their face and stuff after washing their hands, and then we're going to wash our hands, then they're going to wipe their face or wipe a table or a desk or a doorknob and put that wipe into the Petri dish to see what you grow from the classroom. So I'm going to be sterile here. I'm obviously gloved up, but it's okay if it's not perfect today. All right, I'm going to put this on, but have you watch me pour the agar. I fold a paper towel over 4 times to hold and shake. And you can spray it down with alcohol, rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, and it will help to cool it off faster as you are waiting for it to cool. If you pour your agar too hot, you will actually melt the Petri dish, which you don't want to do. So use one of these guys. When it gets down to 150, that's still pouring it pretty hot, but you can get away with it. If you wait too long and it cools down and it starts to solidify, you can always put it in the microwave and that'll heat it and liquefy it again. Okay. So let's speed it up and watch away. That worked out pretty well. So I got 27 Petri dishes out of 27 dishes out of 25 grams of potato dextrose agar. And I probably would have gotten a few more if I had added more ingredients like cat food or something, or chopped up shredded pulverized wood chips or something that would have beefed it up a little bit. Or if I had added more water, I would have thinned it out a little. I could have made my agar go a little bit further, maybe a few more plates. So you can play with that, and I hope you can see what I was doing. My body's kind of in the way, but basically use your fingers. I use my left hand, your index finger on the top, these two to pinch the bottom. You're going to hold the stack and lift, 4, down, next one, lift, 4, down, lift, and then, you know, you'll figure it out. So, thanks for watching me pour some agar, and go practice being a fungi. Alright everyone, thanks for watching my channel. Stephanie Jarvis, your mushroom mentor. And if you want to know more about how mushrooms can change your life, please reach out to me, email below, send me some messages, let me know what you want to see on my channel, and you know, go be a fungi. Enjoy the day.